Hiya folks, welcome to another vlog, and in this one I'm going to update you as to what's been going on with our shed extension build. You haven't seen us for a long while. You knew we was building a new extension shed, hence there's been nothing on the channel. Also we've been busy on the other retro Butler's Empire channel, but let's turn the camera around now and just show you, because the shed is basically built now. We just got to put electric in and stuff like that. Let's turn the camera around. So as you can see, the whole shed has been built, the windows are now in, the doors in, it's been double insulated. Let's take you inside and show you around inside. So, in we go. Now, as I say, there's no power in here at the moment, but as you can probably see, we've fitted a workbench along the wall there. Well, Gary done that actually, my boy. And the walls have been double insulated. If you remember, originally, we just had the slats there. I know you wouldn't have seen it, would you? I don't think you would have seen it unless you've seen my Butler's Empire channel. So we've got an insulation barrier in there. We've also got a vapor barrier. Then we've got the boards that have been put over the top there. That was the old entrance to the shed, where I took these doors off of there, which was the entrance to the old shed, and put them on there. So we use them actual doors there. We've got to get the lighting put on here, power along the sockets there and all that. That's one of the lifts there, over here, what we got. That enables us to open up this area now. Let's just turn the light on there. There we go. So the sandblasting cabinet is now gone there. That unit which we used to have along the wall there is now disappeared, and it's been put up there. Now you may see this engine here. This is a Reliance 850 engine, which I've purchased to put in the trotter van. I've only recently got that one. This is an actual running engine. It needs the valve guides done on it, which I'm going to do on that, and I'm just going to take the cylinder head off, but that's an 850 engine to go there, which I've been after for ages and ages. You may remember I've still got the original 600 engine, and I've also got a 750cc engine. I was going to put the original 600 engine back in, but I did buy lots of bits for the 750cc engine, which rotates in a different direction than the 600 engine, so it would have meant me buying extra parts and stuff like that. But all them parts will bolt onto the 850 engine, so I'm going to be using the 850 engine as it is, while I'll still rebuild the other two engines and add them as a spares backup. The pillar drills come through into here that was sitting over here, and if we come through here now, let's just turn the light on here, it's a bit dark at the moment. This is going to be storage for a few of the motorbikes which we've got. But as you can see, this area now, it's just got to be finally cleared up. That's all the trotter van stuff over there. Just bits and pieces. That's the 750 engine sitting on that engine hoist over there. But yeah, so it's given me so much more space now. And as I say, this area becomes like a workshop. There's my powder coating oven there, the big one. There's a smaller one there. The compressor sitting under there, the welder. There's a parts washer there. The grinder bench has gone over there, so I've got work there. And it's just handy to have this area now, a lot larger area than what we actually had here to work in. So, although I've got two of my bikes here at the moment, I've got the RD250 air-cooled and the RD250 LC sitting there. Gary's brought one of his hoists out of the polytunnel, and that's the TZR125 sitting on there. But I want to get these two bikes uncovered for the moment, because the LC hasn't been started for about 3 to 4 months. So I want to give that a run up. But as you can see, a lot of work's gone on here, and bottom line is that now the better weather's coming, I've got to get a heater sorted out for in here as well. I've got a diesel heater to fit in this side, but it's workable now. We just need light and power in here now. So let's get the LC out, get the air-cooled RD uncovered as well. We'll have a quick look at that as well. So, haven't seen this for a while. I still can't wait to get this thing on the road. So I've had this for a while now, and I'm really looking forward to getting this one up and running. I've got a host of new parts to go on this as well. Let's put that over there for the moment. So since I bought this, I've not had it started. It's got no front brake pads in it. I don't think it had a spark. So I bought a brand new vape ignition system to go on this. The engine does turn over, but I've not had it running at all. But as you can see, it's a lovely RD250 DX. Just wants a bit of fettling and cleaning up. But yeah, there we go. Let's move that out of the way first, because I want to get the LC out at the moment. I'll just bring that forward. I'll put that in here for the moment. So let's dig the LC out. Again, I haven't seen this for a good few months. This is all legal, this LC. So Just want to get it out. Come away, Merlin. Yeah, so I just want to run this up, and also I'm going to be updating the oil, the two-stroke oil, which this has in it. There we go. Because I want to run some new oil in it, and I didn't know what oil it had when I bought it. So the oil lights come on now, and as a result of that, I'm not too sure what two-stroke was in it, synthetic or whatever. So let's get these doors up and get it outside. All right. So hopefully, when the spring breaks next year, hopefully you get the trotter van out, get the engine put back together, that 850cc engine. Just take the cylinder head off, put a new head gasket on it, do the valve stem oil seals, and get that built back together, and that can go in. Right. Let's get this outside. Right, let's get it. Come out, Merlin. Right, let's get it out. The old LC. There we go. There she is. It's a bit dirty at the moment. Absolutely immaculate condition, that LC, by the way. Right. Put the fuel on. I don't think it's on reserve. Choke on. I don't know whether the battery's flat still. Still got power in it. Right, okay. Not been touched for a few months now. There we go. Oh yes. It's a bit smoky at the moment because it's not been run very much. Oh, just put it on reserve. I think it might have gone on reserve. Yeah. Let's try and start it again. Or choke it again. Yeah, I've just switched it on to reserve. It's done now 5,000 miles from new, believe it or not. 1980, I think this one was bought. I had a concern that the carbs might have been a bit blocked up. Just let it warm up for a minute, folks. Since I bought it, I've done, I don't know, maybe 250 miles on it, I think. Just let it tick over. Let's put it on the centre stand. There we go. Yeah, so it wants a good clean up. I say when I bought it, it was totally immaculate. It's just very dusty where it's been sitting in the shed. There we go. Just wants a good clean off, look. And as I say, it's the RD250 as opposed to the 350. And if you remember back in the early 1980s, when you could still ride a 250 on L plates, you could go from a fizzy to one of these when you turned 17, and that was unreal back then. Basically a race bike, absolutely lovely. But as I say, the oil light is on, and coming around here, the oil tank lives behind this side casing here. I'll just take that off. go. So it's just under, well, what I'm going to do is to drain this out. I'll take that hose off there and just drain out that oil, so that the only oil I've got in is in the pipe going to the two-stroke pump which lives under there, and fill this container up full with the new oil I've got. And that way I know that, because I'm a bit concerned about putting the new oil in this oil, because this might be mineral and the other one might be synthetic, and I don't know how well they would mix together. So if I just drain that out so that the only oil is in the pipe, then obviously the new oil will sit above there, and as this oil gets used up in this pipe, it'll be replaced with just a brand new oil. That's the plan anyway. So I'll let that warm up to temperature. Right, how are we getting up there? No, still a way to go yet. Right, well, while I'm waiting for that to warm up, I want to come in here and pump up the tyres on the air cooled while I'm here. So if I just put you there for a minute, I'll just get this, see what we got in there. I'm not too sure what the blinking pressure is in these, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to whack in just 35, I think, for the moment, just to see what happens. Let's spin that round, hold on. There we go. Just connect up, see what we got in there. Six PSI, that's well low. Right, whack that up. Yeah, I had one of these. This was my first 250 after my Fizzy. I got that on L plates back in 1981? Just before I bought my LC. Might have been 1980 to 81. This is a nice example. It's an imported one from Switzerland, but it's on a R plate and also registered as a historic vehicle as well. Oh, there we go, that's done already. Didn't take long, did it? Let's put 35 in it. I'm not too sure if that's too much or not enough, I'm not sure. But that'll do for the moment, allowed me to roll it about a lot easier. So let's put that back on there and go and do the back one. Yeah, handy piece of kit, these. So let's come round to the back. All right, there we go, hope you can see all right. Do the same on this one, see what's in here first. Again, that's got 6 PSI in it and all. Look. Get that one pumped up. But yeah, just wants a good tidy up. It's all there. It does kick over. It's not seized or anything. But as I say, I've not had the engine apart. I've not even looked at it since I bought it. So I've got a set of Jim Lomas expansion pipes to go on there. I bought them brand new. Up to 26 now. But I love this yellow. Really nice. The one I had originally was blue. Exactly the same with the cast wheels on. Right. Okay, that's that. There you go. Very handy piece of kit, that. Right, let's put that away. The LC is still ticking over. I can hear that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the trotter van. Definitely on the road this year if I can. Now that the workshop's all been built, that was the main thing holding me up. Not having enough space, and I'd let everything go basically, you know, with space and all that. And plus, as I say, I've been busy on my other channel, but hopefully now I've got definitely a hell of a lot more space. Get some of these bikes going, the bike projects as well. I want to see this on the road. Right, let's put that over there. And I've got all this extra space now, look. There's a big workshop without it encroaching. I had the bike in there, you see, and I had this in the next one, and I had the LC sitting in there, and it's right in the middle of the floor. But now I've gained all this extra space here, basically. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, I think that'll do. It's nice and warm now. Yeah, we're up to temperature now. There we go. Still got a bit to go, but that'll do. On reserve. Put that back to the off position. And there you go. There's my 2 RDs. That bit of trim has got to be sorted out there, look. It wants to be put on properly. It's not quite on properly. Little things like that want sorting out. But yeah, there you go. What a lovely pair of RDs. Air cooled, water cooled. Well happy with that. I've just checked the LC's front wheel, and that was down to 18 psi, so be prudent of me not to do these. I'll have to look in the manual for the actual specification, I can't remember. That rear one's only got 8 psi in, so lucky. Always worth checking your bike's air in the tyres before you go out on them. I've put 30 in that one. I'm not sure exactly what it should be, but I'll leave it at 30 for the moment. And of course, I forgot to mention, we've got the Fizzy, as you well know. A lot of you are waiting for that, so that'll be rebuilt definitely this year as well. So anyway, just a little update this one, folks, on Christmas Eve, just to see what I've been up to over the last few months. And hopefully more vehicle videos coming definitely in the next few months now. Early part of January, we'll try and get things going again now we've got all this extra space. Anyway, have a Merry Christmas, you lot. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in future episodes, and don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed for loads more content, or have a little look at our backlog. I think there's 1,000 videos on this website, and there's loads of videos of car repairs, lawnmower repairs, motorcycle repairs, all sorts of engineering and mechanical stuff you might be interested in. Thanks very much, I'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.